All right, so today we're going to look at the Seaforth Antique Truck Show is what it's called. So this one happened Saturday, September 12th, 2020, and I actually found out about it at another place. If you remember the Harley Cathcart Convoy, which we just recapped not too long ago, back in episode number, I'm trying to find out where Harley was because he was not too far away. We just had Harley on here not too long ago. I don't have the number right in front of me anyway. I'll put it in the show notes if you want to click through to Harley. But basically, we were at Harley Cathcart's Day, which was over at Chrome Supply Warehouse, and I met a girl named Penny and her husband Verdun, and they were there talking. They had done a story on Harley, and then they were telling me about their Antique Seaforth show, and I didn't know about this show. This isn't one that I've been to before, but apparently it happens every year. The same people have started it. It's all old trucks, just like the Fergus Truck Show. It's put on by the Ontario Antique Trucks, and it's up in Seaforth, Ontario, which is a beautiful town normally. So I'll tell you that the town this year, the town is all under construction. But normally I used to deliver up to the creamery in Seaforth, and it was just an absolutely beautiful town. Kind of like those old towns you saw, old country towns, just beautiful, beautiful. And so I went up there. When I got there, the convoy had already left, so I didn't see. It was basically an empty parking lot. But did see them come back. Not all of them came back, unfortunately. So they had about, I think, 50 or 60 trucks that went out. Probably about 30 of them came back. And there's one that I missed from the Scale Builders RC Club, and I would have really liked to see that. And I'm going to have to check them out. I would really like to go and do a shoot on that. But basically, it's and this year, because of the pandemic rules, they had to have it more as a convoy. So I don't know where they went, but they left for a couple hours. So I'm sitting there. I got there, and I'm sitting there, and I'm setting up all my camera equipment, not knowing where they're going to come back. And then they finally came back. But it was fun. So they had some really nice old iron there. This is basically, it's got, I think I was talking to somebody there, and they said I think it's got to be like 1990 or older, or something along. Like this is all the trucks from the 70s. And what's nice is they put out a magazine. I don't know how often they put out the magazine. This one's the spring edition, so I'm assuming there's maybe two a year. But this one, they feature a lot of old stories about the drivers and about the trucks, and I think that's really cool. You get a history of where the trucking community was back in the 60s and 70s, and that's really cool, and they've got a real nice personal touch to that. So I thought it was really cool. So they went up, and the convoy, I'm going to urge you to go to our YouTube. I'll put the video in underneath there so you can see some of the equipment. But it was free to attend. Apparently they had a food booth there, but it was cleaning up when I got there. It started at 10 in the morning, went till 4 in the afternoon. So they left around noon or 1 to go on this convoy. I got there about 1 o'clock, so I got there right after they had left. So they were gone for a couple hours, and then they came back. And they hold it at the Seaforth Ontario campgrounds. There is camping available, and like they say, it's just old trucks. That's all they want to see there. It was basically a truck show and a small convoy. But what was nice, I saw a lot of people talking with one another, and you can tell, you can tell with some of those shows where it's people that know other people, like it's not, so it was really good. Unfortunately, I did not get any interviews from anybody up there. I did talk to a couple people, but we weren't on camera at the time, so I didn't get a whole lot there to give you, but I will urge you to go and check them out. And I'll tell you here, they've got, they're on Facebook. So if you look for Ontario Antique Trucks on Facebook, you'll see them there. I don't know if they have a website or anything. They don't say anything. Let's see if we got something in the cover here to show you. So, so they've got phone number, email, but I don't see a website or anything. So anyway, if you're looking to, if you want to contact them, try OntarioAntiqueTrucks@gmail.com. Ask for Penny, and you'll probably find something there. But really good show. I'm going to try and get out there next year. Like I said, I just found out about it this year, and they've been going on for a while. But there's so many shows that half the time you can't get to all of these shows, and especially with my normal schedule. So we weren't able to make it, but I was very impressed with what I saw. And I think if it had been a year where we didn't have to worry so much about some of the pandemic rules, I think it would have been a real hit. They certainly had a good turnout, so that was really good. So anyway, we'll check out Seaforth Convoy for the future.